guys, welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox 360 Edition. Just got two games for you today. I think this is the one. I can't remember. I've got two videos that I'll be making in succession. This first one, I believe, is a Churchill 1 and an AT2, so the two British Tier 5 tanks right now. Yeah, so here we go. So AT2 on Cliff. We'll get started in just a second and push forward here. I'm playing by myself. I try to play with people more often, but at the time of recording, I was the only one online that was playing tanks. So I'm going to go ahead and push up the hill. In this kind of battle, the AT2 can be really strong down in the valley on Cliff, but I find that still in the meta right now for the games, since so many people go down there, 9 times out of 10 you can be more useful going up on top of the hills instead. So that's where I'm going to head, so we'll make our way over there. It is somewhat unfortunate. I wish I could fast forward or something through all the very slow AT2 time. If you guys hear some noise in the background, it's my wife opening a bag of chips, just so you know. So we've spotted a couple of medium tanks. I'm still slowly working my way up the hill and hopefully get into a good position up here. I'm expecting that a large number of it seems like the teams are starting to learn where to go on this map now. It's not as bad as it was a couple weeks ago. So they're actually starting to push up over the hill now, which is really good. So I'm going to push up here and try to get some shots down on our team. It's all tied up, 2-2. And so far, because the AT2, I haven't seen anybody yet. It's a great tank. So first target, I think, is going to be that Leopard 1. Oh, M3 Lee. I'm not using the howitzer. I'm not a big fan of the howitzer. I find that the rapid fire on the pea shooter, it's the final upgrade package, is much more useful than the howitzer is. You just get to shoot a lot more often, and you're more reliable damage. So I probably shouldn't have stopped there entirely, but that's okay. I'll kill this Leopard. I was trying really hard to track him there, and I managed to get lucky on the rear track, even though I was aiming for the front. He's bouncing up my front because he's got a little pea shooter gun, so he's not going to do anything to me. So finish him off, push forward. M3 Lee. Unless he gets through that Commander's Cupola, there's no way he's going to damage me, so I'll be able to push him really hard too. Alright, so in this place I had a decision. I could either focus on the M3 Lee, or I could trust my armor and take on the 5.4. And I think that taking on the 5.4 was the right decision here. It's definitely got a better gun. The M3 Lee tops out at 92 millimeters of penetration, and the side armor on the AT2 is 103. Maybe it's 110. Either way, it definitely the right move was to take out the 5.4 and shoot and focus fire him. Went for the ram here. I knew my front armor could take it, and then I'll just aim his Commander's Cupola and kill him. And there you go. Alright, so now we've lost, but my armor has taken quite a beating. If you'll notice though, our entire team has disappeared. I've lost the entire flank. Basically, I've been doing what I can. Got 2 kills. I've held down a number of tanks, but the rest of the team just kind of fell apart and got swept. So I'm gonna try and push on these Lees here, but they're gonna play smart and they're trying to gang up on me. And then I'm trying to remember what comes out. I think it's Panzer IV, but I'm not certain. Oh, the M3 Lee backs off. Good on him. And now I start taking damage from the side. And I think I get tracked here pretty soon. So 4 tanks versus an AT2. There's not much I can do in this situation. Yeah, so the M4 tracks me. He's got the howitzer. It'll take him a long time. Oh no, he doesn't have the howitzer. It looks like he just got lucky through my tracks. Now this spot was really weird. I'm certain that that's an M3 Lee shooting me from the hills there. I have no idea why I can't see him. I don't get it. I don't understand why I'm not able to spot that M3 Lee. I should be able to. Either way, I was the final kill there. My team just fell apart, but it really does showcase the AT2 and how good the armor is. And if you've got, I always say this when I jump into battle, but if you've got 1 or 2 tanks of support that run with you, then the AT2 is almost unstoppable. And even with it, I mean, even a loss 586 experience, it was still a really good game for me. Even though we did lose, was that 8 to 15, I think it was. And then in just a second, I think we'll swap over and look at the actual stats. Yeah, look for the medals there. And then, yeah, there you go. So 1,363 damage and a loss. 2 kills. So yeah, if I'd had any support, that M4, E4, the T14, anybody, we could have done a ton of work up on the hill there. But you get disappointed games like that. I mean, they happen. You just have to move forward and trust in your. I mean, the AT2 is all about trusting in your armor. You can't be afraid with it. You have to push, because if you don't push, then your team will die. Sometimes they die anyways. But if you sit back in an AT2 and snipe, you'll lose unless the team just has an amazing game. Because it's basically then they're losing a tank. You'd be down to. They're down. It's a 14 to 15 battle if the AT2 is sniping, because the gun is not a great sniper. All right, now we're in the Churchill 1. This tank I love. I'm a big fan of the Churchill 1. I've got the top gun on this now. The tank is just amazing. You have to be careful with angling this one though. A lot of people will over-angle the Churchill 1, and you want to make sure you don't, because the armor on the Churchill 1 is not great. It's 70, 76, 80 millimeters, something like that. So basically, any tier 5 tank is going to punch through the side. So you want to make sure you don't over-angle, because otherwise they'll just go for your side armor at your front. Alright, so it looks like they're rushing. It's a neutral cap. They're going to rush out there. Neutral cap usually takes a really long time, so you can kind of ignore it. But this opened up really strangely, because this I didn't understand it. These 254s just rushed us. Rushed us hard. So I set one on fire. Looks like he used a fire extinguisher to put out the fire there. Unfortunate for me, that would have been a kill otherwise. But this other one did a run by, gets killed by the rest of our team. Tons of spotting, really slowed us down, and I was really worried that we were going to get capped out really early on, because we had so many tanks stop to shoot the 5.4s. But we got them done, which is good. And now I'm going to keep pushing. I didn't take any damage. I did a little bit of damage myself. But now my goal is actually to get up on the hill, since they haven't gone that way, and try and get fire from the backside. But first, I see a Stug. And the Stug is really dangerous, especially at this tier. That gun is amazing. So I'm just going to take him out. And then there's a Churchill, again, very, very dangerous tank if in the right hands. So I'm going to go ahead and just shoot him right in the turret. The turret is the weak spot on the Churchill 1. So you want to make sure that if you're engaging and you can't see the side, aim for the head. If you'll notice the base capture, I was getting a little worried about this, because the Churchill wasn't dying fast enough and the base cap just kept inching forward and inching forward. But I'll take that. It's a Martyr 2. This was very, very greedy on my part. But it turned out to be the right decision, because we actually managed to get people on cap and kind of suspend it and get just enough damage to keep them from capping, which let me push up the hill. So it was very lucky on our part. Look at that, 96, and finally get a hit, drop it down to 47. And that reset is basically the secured game, because now it's just a matter of finishing them off. Now, I mean, the game is tied, but we know where they are. And I'm up top, we've secured the hill, so we have the advantage for sure. So my first target is going to be this T1 heavy. It's I can't hit that guy. That M5 Steward is in a very, very good position, so I can't hit him. There's a 30 NA that I'm pretty sure has some cap points, so I'm going to shoot him first, and I miss because my gun and my gunner are both dead. So I'll get the kill, reset a couple points. I'm going to have to take down this this heavy. There's not much I can do about it. I have to. I'm forced to do it because otherwise he'll clean up the team. Takes a big hit from something. I'm not sure what did 159. Could have been that M4. But I'll finish him off here. Shooting him in the rear. Oh, that was a bad shot on my part. I gotta be careful. You really need to be careful using the auto locks. You will end up shooting too high. Alright, so 70 capture points. We gotta figure out where the other guy is. So I'm gonna roll up into cap at least to put pressure on it. And the guy pops up. Already hits me, but I've still got my repair kit, so I'm gonna go and repair that. Push forward, and lo and behold, M5 Stewart hiding in a corner. One shot, that's all the points. M4 gets him in the rear, and that's game. Now we could cap after this, and then that would be an easy way to win, but we're ahead 13 to 11 and they've only got 2 artillery left. I've got 118 points, so I can probably survive one hit if it's a low tier artillery. Probably the priest I could survive a hit from, especially from the front. So I'm gonna push. And let's go for the kill. I find capping to be incredibly boring. So I'm gonna go and my driver got injured. So I'm gonna heal my driver so I'm a little bit faster. And we'll push off. And right on the corner, what do you know? It's an artillery piece. Snapshot, kill. It's pretty lucky on my part to get that kill. Now I try and spot the Sturmpanzer, but he's behind a hill, and I think there's a Hetzer on the other side. Yeah, the Hetzer's gonna get him in the end. I was hoping to get that kill. I didn't know if I had Top Gun yet, and I really wanted it. So I was pushing to go see if I can take him out, but the Hetzer with the derp got it. But as you saw on that last screen, I actually did hit my Top Gun. So good game for me in the Churchill. It really shows the power of that armor, and being able to just do a lot of damage and focus fire down targets with that 135, 145, 75 millimeter high velocity. What a good tank. Also, that was my mastery badge. I'd forgotten about that. So there you go. Doubly good. That wasn't even my times 2. So 1,700 experience, 44,000 made, a ton of medals, Defender, Ace Tanker, Top Gun, Steel Wall, even a sniper badge. God, yeah, I love that tank. Look at all that damage. Tons of tanks, 2,400 damage, 6 kills, 1 detection. Man, I tell you what. Alright guys, well, I'm going to call it there. There's been a couple of battles. I've kind of seen 2 of the Tier 5 British tanks. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.